Hey y'all, Melissa here with you today, and I have a scrappy little quick sew that is perfect for gifts that I'm sharing today. These cord wrappers are perfect for everything from keeping your phone charger cable under wraps to making sure your brick stays with your Kindle cord to making sure your extension cord doesn't get out of control and tangled. So I'm going to show you how to make these with just a few scraps, and there is a free pattern to use as a template for these. You can get that at the link below, and then I'll meet you back here to show you how to sew these. After you've grabbed that pattern and printed it out, cut out your pieces, you need two, and if you want your cord wrapper to be a little stiffer, you could put fusible interfacing on one of the pieces. You're also going to need a little scrap of Velcro. So the next step after you've cut these out is to place them right sides together, and then I'm going to stitch around the edges, leaving a gap in one of the long sides to turn my wrapper. I'm using 1/4 inch seams to stitch. And once you've stitched the edges there, you're going to want to trim down the seam allowances at the corners. Don't cut through the stitching, but cut close to the stitching line. And when that is finished, you can turn your wrapper right side out. And then I'm using this cute little flamingo point turner that I got from Riley Blake Designs. I'll see if I can find you a link and link it below. I'm going to use this to really push the edges and corners out and get them nice and flat. And then where you left the hole, you want to fold those edges to the inside. Okay, once we've kind of finger pressed that into place, go ahead and take a regular pressing iron to it. And then I'm going to take it over to the machine and I'm going to top stitch around the edges. I like to start on a long edge, and this will close up that gap. I also like to move my needle over to the furthest edge there. And I lengthen my stitch, so I'm going up to a 4mm length stitch. And here's what that looks like once you've top stitched all around. Go ahead and trim off those threads. And then the last step is to add your Velcro. So we're going to start by separating the Velcro. And then I'm going to put one piece on one end, and then I'm going to flip this over, and the other piece will go on the other end. And I'm gone back down to a default stitch length on my machine, which is 2.5, but I still have my needle all the way over to the right. So the side I started on, I sew that twice. And then I like to finish in the corner and go diagonally across the Velcro just to reinforce it. Back stitch and cut the thread. Trim off those little threads. All right, once you have trimmed those threads off, your cord wrap is ready to go. You can use that to keep your cords under control. And check out this link if you would like more quick gifts that you can sew, some of which, just like this, you can sew with scraps.